They told me it was a protocol violation. Clean, simple. The kind of bureaucratic excuse that closes doors without opening questions. I believed them. For 3 years. I believed them. I shouldn't have. My name is Elias Crowe, and I used to be good at my job. Really good. Pattern recognition, threat assessment, connecting dots that most analysts couldn't even see. That was my specialty. I worked in a place where questions weren't encouraged, where you processed data, filed reports, and kept your curiosity on a tight leash. But I was never good at leashes. The day they fired me, I remembered the smell. Coffee gone cold in a paper cup. The stale air of the conference room. My supervisor David's son wouldn't look me in the eye. He slid a folder across the table. Inside, a single sheet. Unauthorized access to classified files. Violation of Section 47B. Termination effective immediately. I tried to argue. I told them I was following a lead, tracking an anomaly in the system. They didn't want to hear it. Security escorted me out within the hour. My badge stopped working at 3:47 p.m. I checked. Old habits. For 3 years, I convinced myself they were right. Maybe I had overstepped. Maybe I'd been careless. I took a job doing private security consulting, boring work, safe work. I stopped asking questions. I stopped looking for patterns. Until last Tuesday. I was at a coffee shop in Brooklyn, the kind with exposed brick and baristas who take their craft too seriously. My laptop was open, running a basic background check for a client routine stuff. That's when I saw the notification. A news alert. A name I recognized. Senator Marcus Whitfield, dead. Heart attack. Tragic loss for the nation. But here's the thing I knew Marcus Whitfield. Not personally, but I knew his file. 3 years ago, I'd been tracking financial irregularities connected to a shell company. The trail led to several politicians, including Whitfield. That was the file I'd accessed. The unauthorized one. My hands were shaking as I opened my old encrypted backup drive. I'd kept copies of everything paranoid habit from my analyst days. I pulled up my notes from that investigation. There it was. Pages of connections I'd mapped out. Whitfield's name appeared 17 times, but he wasn't alone. There were 4 others, all high-ranking officials, all connected to the same offshore accounts, the same shell companies funneling money through the Cayman Islands and Luxembourg. I cross-referenced the names with current news. My chest tightened. Senator Victoria Chen, dead, car accident. 8 months ago, Deputy Director James Holloway, dead, suicide. 14 months ago, General Thomas Brennan, dead, stroke. 2 years ago, 4 out of 5, all dead, all within 3 years of my termination. The 5th name on my list, Director Helen Vasquez, current head of the Intelligence Oversight Committee, very much alive. I closed my laptop. The coffee shop suddenly felt too small, too exposed. Every person with a phone could be watching. Every camera could be recording. This was the feeling I'd spent 3 years trying to forget, the weight of knowing something you're not supposed to know. I needed to think. I needed to move. I went to the one place I knew I could think clearly. The New York Public Library. The main reading room, with its painted ceilings and long wooden tables. Anonymous, crowded, safe. I spread out my notes, printed, not digital, can't hack paper. I started building the picture again, the way I used to. Facts, connections. The shell company at the center of everything was called Meridian Holdings. On paper, it dealt in international security consulting, vague enough to mean anything. But when I dug deeper 3 years ago, I'd found something else. Meridian wasn't providing security, was providing access. Access to classified intelligence. They were selling state secrets to the highest bidder. And the 5 names on my list, they were the ones greenlighting it. Trading national security for offshore bank accounts. I'd found all this 3 years ago. I'd documented it. I was about to file a formal report, go through proper channels, blow the whole thing open. That's when they fired me. Protocol violation, right. But why kill them? If they were all part of the scheme, why would someone eliminate the very people who made it work? I needed more information. I needed to know what had changed. I pulled out my phone. There was one person who might still talk to me. Rachel Torres. We'd worked together back in the day. She was careful, smart, and most importantly still on the inside. I sent her an encrypted message through a secure app we'd used before. Simple, need to talk. It's urgent. 3 hours later, my phone buzzed. Grant's tomb, 8 p.m., come alone. Grant's tomb sits on Riverside Drive, overlooking the Hudson. At night, it's quiet. Too quiet, maybe. But Rachel had always liked irony, meeting at the tomb of a general to discuss government corruption. She was waiting on the steps, wearing a dark coat, her breath visible in the cold November air. She looked older, tired. We all did. Elias, she didn't smile. You look like hell. You look like someone who knows why I'm here. She glanced around. Force of habit. You shouldn't be digging into this. Not again. For people are dead, Rachel. For people from my report. I know. You know. She pulled her coat tighter. Whitfield's death wasn't a heart attack. Chun's accident had tampered brake lines. Holloway didn't kill himself. Brennan, she stopped. They were all eliminated. Professionally, by who? By the same people who shut down your investigation 3 years ago. The cold air burned my lungs. You're saying the agency killed them? Not the agency. Someone inside it. Someone with access to operational assets. Someone who wanted to cover their tracks. Then why not kill me? I had all the evidence. I still do. Rachel's expression darkened. Because you were low-level, easy to discredit. They fired you, destroyed your reputation. Who would believe an analyst with a termination on his record? But the others, they were high-profile. Their deaths would raise questions if they all died at once. So they staggered them, made each one look natural or accidental. And Vasquez, why is she still alive? Because she's the one giving the orders. The world tilted. I grabbed the stone railing to steady myself. Helen Vasquez was part of the Meridian scheme. Not just part of it, she ran it. The others were her partners, but when you started digging, she realized they'd become liabilities. Too much exposure, too many loose ends. So she cleaned house, made herself look innocent. The sole survivor of a tragic series of coincidences. My mind raced. If she ordered their deaths, she has resources, access to Black Ops teams. Why are you telling me this? Why put yourself at risk? Rachel's jaw tightened. Because I have a daughter now, 2 years old, and I can't keep working for people who kill to cover their crimes. I've been collecting evidence, quietly, building a case, but I need help. I need someone who understands the patterns, who knows what to look for. You need me. You were always the best at this, Elias. Even when you didn't want to be. I looked out at the dark river. 3 years. I'd spent 3 years trying to be someone else. Someone safe. Someone who didn't ask questions. But maybe you can't outrun what you are. What do you need? Rachel handed me a USB drive. Everything I've collected on Vasquez. Financial records, communications, travel logs. It's not complete, but it's enough to start. The problem is, the evidence needs to be analyzed, connected. I'm too close to this. If I start making moves, she'll notice, but I'm off the grid. Already burned. Exactly, you're invisible to her. She thinks you're irrelevant. I pocketed the drive. If we do this, we need to be smart. Vasquez has been playing this game for years. She's careful. We need ironclad proof before we make any moves. Agreed, but there's something else. Rachel hesitated. There's a meeting. 3 days from now. Vasquez is hosting a private dinner at her estate in Virginia. I managed to get on the guest list. If you can get inside, you want me to break into the home of the Director of Intelligence Oversight. I want you to find the one thing she can't deny. The original Meridian contracts. She keeps hard copies, old school. She doesn't trust digital. Where her private office, 3rd floor, west wing. The safe is behind a painting Monet, water lilies. Code changes weekly, but I can get it to you 24 hours before. This was insane. This was suicide. This was exactly what I was good at. I'll need equipment, access to surveillance tech, and a way in and out that doesn't end with me in a black site. Rachel smiled for the first time. I thought you'd say that. I have a contact. Former agency. He owes me. He'll set you up. The next 3 days were a blur. I met Rachel's contact, a man who introduced himself only as Bishop in a parking garage in Jersey City. He provided me with a cleaning service uniform, a forged work order, and a small kit of tools that would make a burglar jealous. Cameras cover the exterior, Bishop explained, pointing to a blueprint of Vasquez's estate. But the interior system has a 7-second delay on the main floor. Kitchen entrance. You'll have a window. And if I'm caught, Bishop's expression was flat. You won't be caught, because if you are, you don't exist. And neither do I. Reassuring. I spent the next 2 days memorizing the layout, studying Vasquez's routines, preparing for every variable I could think of. The old instincts kicked in. The focus, the clarity. For the first time in 3 years, I felt like myself. The night of the dinner, I parked 3 blocks away. The uniform fit perfectly. The work order looked legitimate. I checked my watch. 9:47 p.m. The dinner would be in full swing. Guests distracted. Staff busy. I approached the service entrance. A guard stood outside, smoking a cigarette. I held up my clipboard. Kitchen maintenance, reported leak. He barely glanced at me. Make it quick. Inside, the mansion was exactly as Bishop described. Marble floors, high ceilings, the smell of expensive food and expensive people. I moved through the service corridors, past staff too busy to notice another worker in uniform. 3rd floor, west wing. I found the office. The door was locked, but the kit Bishop gave me included a bypass key. 15 seconds, and I was inside. The room was elegant, dark wood, leather chairs, and on the far wall, the Monet, water lilies. I moved the painting aside. The safe was there. Digital keypad. I entered the code Rachel had provided. It didn't work. My pulse spiked. I tried again. Same result. She'd changed the code. I had 2 options, abort or improvise. I looked around the room. Vasquez was meticulous, paranoid. She'd keep the code somewhere close, somewhere only she would think to look. My eyes landed on a small photo frame on her desk. A picture of a young girl. Her daughter, maybe. I picked it up. On the back, written in faint pencil, 041893. April 18th, 1993, the girl's birth date. I entered the code. The safe clicked open. Inside, 3 manila folders. I pulled them out, photographed every page with my phone. Contracts, signatures, bank transfers, everything Rachel said would be there. And then I saw the last document. My breath caught. It was my termination order, dated 3 years ago. But at the bottom, handwritten in the margin, subject aware of Meridian, immediate removal required. Monitor for future action. They hadn't fired me for protocol violation. They'd fired me because I was getting too close, and they'd been watching me ever since. A sound in the hallway. Footsteps. I shoved the folders back, closed the safe, replaced the painting. The door handle turned. No time to hide. Helen Vasquez walked in. She stopped, her eyes locked on me. For a moment, neither of us moved. Then she smiled. Elias Crowe. I was wondering when you'd show up. My mind raced. She knew. She'd always known. You let me in, of course. You're predictable. Rachel reaches out to you, feeds you just enough information, and you come running. You couldn't help yourself. Rachel works for you. Rachel works for her daughter's future. I gave her a choice. Help me, or watch her child grow up without a mother. People are remarkably cooperative when you threaten the right things. I felt the ground shift beneath me. Everything, the evidence, the meeting, the safe coded, was all a setup. You wanted me here. I needed to know how much you remembered, how much you'd kept. You're thorough, Elias. I respect that. But thoroughness makes you dangerous. So what now? You kill me like you killed the others. Vasquez moved to her desk, poured herself a drink. Scotch, expensive. That depends on you. You have 2 choices. Walk away, disappear, take a very generous payment, and live quietly somewhere far from here. Or she paused, continue to be a problem. And problems have a way of resolving themselves. You're offering me a bribe. I'm offering you your life. I thought of the 4 dead officials, the orchestrated accidents, the professional efficiency of it all. Vasquez was telling the truth. If I refused, I'd be dead within the week. But I'd spent 3 years running from who I was. 3 years pretending I could be someone else. I looked at her. You know what the difference is between you and me. Enlighten me. You think control means silencing people. I think it means exposing the truth so loud that no one can ignore it. I pulled out my phone, hit send. Every photo I'd taken of the documents, uploaded to a secure server, distributed to 3 major news organizations, sent to the Justice Department, the FBI, the Senate Intelligence Committee. Vasquez's face went pale. What did you do? What I should have done 3 years ago. She lunged for her desk phone. Too late. Outside, I heard sirens. Lots of them. Rachel hadn't betrayed me. She'd played her part perfectly. The real plan wasn't to steal evidence, it was to get Vasquez to confess. And the wire I'd been wearing since I walked in the door had recorded every word. Bishop wasn't just a contact. He was FBI. Vasquez realized it the same moment I saw the understanding flash across her face. She reached for something in her desk drawer. I moved faster, knocked the gun from her hand, pinned her against the desk. It's over. Federal agents swarmed the room. Bishop entered, flashing his badge. Helen Vasquez, you're under arrest for conspiracy, murder, and treason. They cuffed her, led her away. She didn't struggle, didn't speak, just stared at me with cold, empty eyes. Rachel appeared in the doorway. She looked exhausted, relieved. "We got her," she said quietly. "Yeah, we did." 3 months later, I testified before Congress. The Meridian scandal became the biggest intelligence breach in decades. Vasquez was convicted on 18 counts. Life in prison, no parole. Rachel got immunity. She left the agency, took a teaching position at Georgetown. Her daughter would grow up safe. As for me, I didn't go back. I couldn't, not after everything. But I stopped running. I started a consulting firm, legitimate work, helping organizations find vulnerabilities in their systems before someone else did. I was good at it, still am. Sometimes, late at night, I think about those 3 years. The ones I spent believing I'd failed. The ones I spent trying to forget. But the truth is, you can't outrun your nature. You can't silence the part of you that asks questions, that sees patterns, that refuses to accept the easy answer. They told me I was fired for a protocol violation. It took me 3 years to learn the truth, but the wait was worth it. Because now, everyone knows.